Life is not a challenge to see what we can make of the opportunities, abundant opportunities that lies within life. Life is a challenge to see what we can make with the even more abundant opportunity that lies within us. Many people do not realize the power of wealth, knowledge, possibilities, and endless possibilities that lies within us. And so, Ralph Waldo Emerson once said that what lies ahead of us and what lies behind us are tiny matters in comparison with what lies within us. And within us is everything that we seek. And I can dare say, you cannot discover yourself and not be successful. So the true journey of success is actually the journey of self-discovery. But nobody teaches you how to discover yourself. And that becomes another challenge. To learn how you can discover yourself and find that success you're looking for out there that lies in here. Come along with me and let's take this journey.
My ACECHINA. I'm an expert global business solutions expert and your real estate success strategist known as the mayor of House, the business channel where I discuss only business and you can do business directly with me called My ACETV, and you can check it out right here. This channel is my personal contribution channel where I'll be giving you exceptional values on business, personal finance, personal development, and life success. And I'll be doing that with a lot of fun because my one word is fun. And I always seek teach, inspire, create, collaborate. You can just call me the contributor. Join the exceptional 5% that will watch this video to the end because you're very special people and you're rare. Welcome on board. Let's grow rich together.
Welcome to the recap of our live stream that we take every week, because every week by 6 p.m. on Sunday, we are here on my ACECHINA YouTube channel where I'll be taking you on a topic like this, but you get to ask me questions live. And apart from the questions of the topic, you also get to ask me any questions in live. And I see a situation where a lot of us content creators create YouTube content and you see people asking questions in the comment section. So instead of just commenting and we might miss your comment, log on live every Sunday by 6 p.m. GMT +1, and you can get to not only learn, but you get to ask questions. And you get to not only ask questions, but you also get an opportunity to answer questions and earn. Because this channel is 30,000 subscribers, we're giving away 30,000 naira to 10 people that answer our questions every Sunday. And when we get to 40,000 subscribers, we'll be giving away 40,000. I will keep doing that until 100,000 and multiple people. So our last topic, which we are taking a recap today, is self-discovery, a pathway to good success. Self-discovery is the discovery of you, which is yourself. But what is self? Most people talk about self, and if you try to get us to define self, many people will not be able to define who they are. So we're going to go to Google first. Google says a person's essential being that distinguishes them from others, and especially considered as an object of introspection, of reflexive action. The second talks about trimming. So let's discuss that in more details later. But before we get that, let's look at my own attempt to define self. And if you don't pay attention to what I'm saying, you might think I'm having a play of words and you might lose the essence of what self is. The first definition is the you as you are meant to be. The day you discover how you are meant to be, you discover yourself. So the question is, how do you discover how you're meant to be? That's the essence of this video. The second definition is the you that you know to be as much as you know and as much as you display. Most times you hear people say, I'm not myself. It is the you inside of you that you know to be as much as you know and as much as you display. So you know something, an identity inside of you that is you, and you know that when you display that identity, you are you. When you are not you. The next definition is the most of you that you can prove to be you, and so true and so good. The most of you that you can prove to be so you and so true and so good. This is a very important definition because it talks about three things. Number one, proof that it is so you. Most times the proof that you are you is what you are under pressure. Number two is proof that it's so true. Truth of you is the congruence of what you think, what you say, and what you do. And number three, which is most important, is proof that it's so good. Nobody was born to be bad. We learned evil and being bad as a learned thing outside ourselves. So your true self is so good. And the fourth definition is the best of you that distinguishes you from every other person. This definition talks about two things. The best. I believe we're our true self when we're our best. And uniqueness distinguishes you. Not just differentiate, but distinguish. We'll get into that very soon. So with all these definitions I've attempted to give to you in lay terms, in essence, being the best or the bestest is my attempt to call the superlative of your best, of you that is as you as possible. There's so much of you inside of you that the moment you are the best of that you, as unique and as true to that you as possible, that's yourself. You are yourself. So the definition we got from Google throws off 7 key words and concepts that are very important to the journey of discovering yourself, that we need to dissect those 7 concepts and words. And the more you look at them, they're like mirrors that reflects you to you. And those 7 concepts are a person, being, distinguish, others, introspection, reflexive action, and trimming. So the first thing is a person. Yourself is a person, and yourself as a person is unique. Yourself as a person is true to yourself, and yourself as a person is not an animal. So all those theories of people identifying as cats, dogs, identifying as any other thing, they are not being true to themselves, and they are not themselves. Yourself is not a place. So this stereotype of location that Chinese people behave this way, when you behave like Chinese people, you are not yourself, because yourself is different from any place on earth and not a thing. So this thing of rich people thing or whatever thing, yourself is so unique that there is no thing that can be compared to it. And then the second word and concept is being. Being means to be. This is so deep that sometimes we miss being with having. Having a car and being a car owner are two different things. So being has to do with to be, and then to continue to be. Sometimes we pretend to be something we are not, or something we cannot continue to be. Like going to hire a car and pretending you are the owner of the car. You might not continue to be the owner of that car. And then to be true to being. This is where self is deepest. Whenever you are something you are not yourself. So true to being has to do with the core of your being yourself. The third word and concept is distinguish. This is where a lot of people miss themselves in trying to be unique, in trying to be different, in trying to be odd, in trying to be weird. Distinguish has to do with a positive difference. So you are positively different for you to be yourself. And it has to do with a high value. That's why you see they call distinguished gentlemen, distinguished senator, distinguished honorable members. Anything distinguished has to do with high value. And then third is honorable. So you cannot be yourself without honor. That's why back in those days, most civilizations celebrate and reward honor more than anything, because the greatest core of yourself is honorable. So for you to be yourself, you have to be distinguished. And then distinguish yourself from others. And before you distinguish yourself from others, you must know that others are not you. So what others think, what others say are not as important as you, because your self-discovery is being true to yourself, not true to others. And others can never be you. So expecting others to understand you, expecting others to flow with you and flowing with others in a bid to be you would actually be counterproductive, and you'll be losing yourself in others. Then knowing that others can interfere with you, and this is very powerful because interference is both positive and negative. The law of association has two faces. The positive interference is using the law of association. Negative interference is the law of association using you. So others can become powerful influence and interference to help you be more of yourself. For instance, you have a dream of being a governor, and that dream is the core of you. Associating with other governors will make you bring out the you in you more than associating with criminals that will make you bring another thing that you are not you, because when you are not yourself, you are not even alive, you are just existing. And the fifth word that we need to look into is introspection. There are two important words in introspection compound word, which is intro and spection, which is introduction and inspection. It means an introduction to yourself in yourself, or your you in you, and an inspection, trying to inspect that you in you. Most times, most people are not conscious enough to inspect who they are and what they are meant to be. Remember, one of our definitions for self is the you that you are meant to be. So introspection introduces you to the you in you, which is the concept of introspection. And the sixth concept is reflexive action. Action is action, but not all actions are from you. So you can't be yourself without taking actions that are from you. Sometimes we go somewhere and we want to do A, but we find ourselves doing B. And those that are true to themselves sometimes will tell you something called gut feeling and say, I had a gut feeling to do A. That gut feeling action is a reflexive action because it's from you. And most times those are the most powerful actions, because you are powerful and yourself is powerful. And then there are actions that reflect you, actions that really show who you are. And there are actions that represent you. Action you can say, go check out what I did that, and that's the way I roll, because the action reflects you. Final concept, and the seventh concept, is trimming. You can't be yourself when you have so many baggages that are not yourself. So trimming has to do with three important concepts to the self. Removing the bad part of yourself. Remember, we told you every self is good. So anything that is bad is not you. The bad thoughts, the bad intention, the bad will, the bad emotions, they are not you. So trimming the bad is removing the bad and then improving the good. And when you remove the bad and improve the good, trimming is not important except you display the good. So it's like pruning a plant. You remove the unnecessary part of the plant and allow the remaining part to flourish for the world to see. So with those 7 concepts, we are going to go into the pathway to good success. What is success? One of the best definitions of success is by L. Nightingale. He said, success is the progressive realization of a worthwhile goal. And Ralph Waldo Emerson defined success as to be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment. And I dare add, to be your best self in a world that is constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment. And my own definition of success is to fully realize your potential, which is your self-potential, and fully fulfill your potential to as best as your potential that is potentially possible. is the truest of all life success and achievement. So that brings us to a new self-concept called potential. What is potential? Google will tell you it's having or showing the capacity to develop into something in the future, something latent, and something useful in the second definition. So in essence, being the best of you or the bestest of you that is as you as possible is your potential. And there are 3 steps to the pathway of good success through potential or self-potential. Number 1 is you have to find your self-potential. Number 2 is that you have to become your self-potential. Number 3 is after you become it, you need to fulfill your self-potential. And if you can do this, you would have discovered yourself and succeeded and had life beyond your wildest imagination. And let's get right into these 3 steps and break them into 3 other sub-steps that if you fulfill these 9 things, you would have discovered yourself and you would have had good success. So the first thing is to find yourself. The most powerful thing in finding self is identity. Human beings are so in depth and innately one with identity that we hardly do or have anything without identity, and there's no human being in the world without a name or identity. But the greatest identity is not what you're called. What you're called is just a sound to the ears. The greatest identity is who you know you are. So the first thing is, who are you? Until you find who you are and your true identity, you cannot discover yourself. And you can't discover your identity without knowing your abilities. So what are your abilities is the second step to self-discovery or self-potential. When you know your abilities, you have to now know with your abilities, what are the possibilities available to you? The most fundamental question we ask pupils even in nursery school is, what do you want to be when you grow up? So what are your possibilities? And there are 2 essential things that will help you towards your self-discovery journey and finding your self-potential. And that's doing a SWOT analysis. SWOT means your strengths, your weakness, your opportunities, and your threats. SWOT. So you need to do a SWOT analysis. What are your strengths? What are your opportunities? What are your weaknesses? And what are the threats to your kind of person? Number 2 is you have to also introspect in finding yourself within yourself, and then find your core values. What are the most unbreakable things that are important to you that you cannot break? Your own self-laws, your own self-values that you uphold till death, the things you can die for. Because as Martin Luther King Jr. said, when a man has not found that which he can die for, he has not found that which he can live for. So until you find your core values that are the principal things you can die for, that are you, that define you, that are unbreakable, that you will never compromise, then you will find your self-potential. After you find your self-potential, the second thing is to become your self-potential. Sometimes your self-potential can be tricky because you might be multi-talented and have a lot of potential, that there are so many things and abilities you have. The first thing in becoming your self-potential is you have to prioritize and chronologize your abilities. So which of these abilities is the one that you are strongest, that pays the most dividend, and that is in the most demand? That should be your priority. You might be able to dance, sing, act, do a lot of things, but you ask, of all this ability, which one pays the most, that I can do the most, and is in most demand? You prioritize that. Then after you do that, you develop your abilities. You might not be able to develop all abilities, and that's why number 1, prioritizing your core ability to develop. Like me, my core ability is talking. I've been able to develop my ability through sales and marketing of real estate, that every other part of me will be coming alive because of my ability to talk in real estate and do marketing and sales. So after you do that, the final level to becoming your self potential is optimize your abilities. Hey, sorry to just interrupt that wonderful teaching I was giving, but we're building the most educative and most generous YouTube channel in Africa to put a gold mine in your mind and to put a dime in your pocket, because we believe that without the mind, money is not sustainable, and with all the mind and no money, you won't be able to multiply what you know. So please, if you've got value from this business so far, it will help this channel a lot if you can hit the subscribe button so that YouTube can recommend this to more people. And if you found value so far in this video, please hit the like button. And if the value is enough for you to make money, that's if the value is something monetizable, then share the video with all your friends so that we can share the money together. And I have a 90-day promise that says, if in 90 days of consuming my content, your life has not changed enough for you to make up to $10,000 with the knowledge you've gained from here, you can unsubscribe by then. But for now, subscribe so that more people can get this opportunity. Have you subscribed? When you develop your abilities, what is the best way to deploy those abilities for premium and optimal utility or return? So I used to, for instance, I was good in sales and marketing, but I discovered that sales of high ticket product was the best way to optimize my selling ability. And I discovered that real estate will always have high ticket and will always be high ticket. So selling to the rich was a better optimization of my selling ability and selling to the poor. So I optimized my ability by becoming a real estate success strategist and the mayor of housing. Then the last stage to succeeding in your self-discovery or with your self-discovery is to fulfill your self-potential. After you found your self-potential, you have become your self-potential, you have to fulfill your self-potential, and some people fail in this regard. For instance, those that have found that they are supposed to be doctors, they have gone to medical school to become doctors, but they don't have the ability to actually fulfill their full doctoral potential because they don't do these three things. Number one, to fulfill your self-potential, you must monetize your abilities. Abilities are priced differently in different markets and different locations. So don't go to where your abilities are tolerated. Go to where your abilities are celebrated. Don't go to where your abilities are not monetized. Go to where they are not only monetized, but that they are paid premium for. So instead of settling where you are not valued, find where the value is and go express your ability. The story is told of an old man that called his son and gave him an old watch and told him, take this watch to watch store and find out how much they will give to you. And he went and he said that the watch is broken. The watch store said they will pay $1 for it. The father now said, take the same watch and go to the pawn shop or the antiquity shop. He went to the antique shop and the pawn shop. They said, wow, this looks like a valuable collectible. We would pay you $1,000 for it. And the boy was so excited. Wow, $1,000 for what the watch shop wanted to pay $1 for. Came back to the father very excited and said, I have finally found where this watch has value. The pawn shop wants to buy it for $1,000. The father now said, take the same watch to a museum. He now went to a museum. They took the watch from him, went inside. After examining it, they came back and said, this is the rare piece of the Benjamin Franklin collection that we've been looking for to complete our museum collection. We are willing to pay you $1 million for this. The boy fainted, woke up and went to tell the dad they want to pay $1 million for that. The dad now told him the same watch in different locations is worth $1 million, $1,000, and $1. So your abilities in different locations is worth $1 million, $1,000, and $1. Go to where your abilities are worth the most after you monetize them, and ensure that you grow till you start earning premium for your abilities. Then after you monetize your abilities, you scale your abilities. One of the greatest ways to scale abilities is delegation and becoming an expert. So when you have monetized your abilities, don't just compare your abilities to the local pool of abilities. Compare your abilities to the global pool of abilities and make your abilities world class. You might be earning $1 million in your locality. Don't settle until you scale your abilities to be world class and one of the best in the world, that your abilities can fetch you top dollars anywhere in the world. That's scaling your abilities. Then transferring your abilities and transforming your abilities has to do with delegation. You have to learn how to mentor others with your abilities, transfer such ability to them, train others with your abilities, transfer such abilities to them, and delegate others with your abilities and delegate such abilities to them. It is this crucial step that makes managers and CEOs paid more than operators, because operators work with their abilities. Managers and CEOs delegate, supervise, train others, and mentor others to have abilities. So that's how you become yourself. And if you can do these 9 things in finding yourself, all you need to do first is know who you are, your identity, know your abilities, know your possibilities by doing a SWOT analysis and having your core values. Become your self potential by prioritizing your abilities, develop your abilities, optimize your abilities, fulfill your self potential by monetizing your abilities, scaling your abilities, and transferring your abilities. So when you do this, you will not only discover yourself, but in the same journey of self-discovery, you are simultaneously becoming successful. So in conclusion, becoming your best self is self-discovery. Doing less than your best is the highest form of self-denial, because your best self is your truest self. So all we've been trying to tell you today is your best self is your truest self. And do you know why birds don't clash in the air? Because their best path is different from another person's path. So your best self is different from another person's best self, and that's your truest self. So being true to yourself is the same thing as saying being the best of yourself. And if you do that, you will have success. But remember, our topic says self-discovery, a path to good success. And I defined success earlier by Earl Nightingale's definition of the progressive realization of a worthwhile goal. But one of my greatest personal definition of success comes from Ralph Waldo Emerson. He said, to laugh often and much, to win the respect of intelligent people, to win the affection of children, to earn the appreciation of honest critics, to appreciate and endure the betrayal of false friends, to appreciate beauty in others, to find the best in others, to leave the world whether by a hired child, a garden patch, or a redeemed social condition, to know that one life has breathed easier because you live. This is success. So these are the 9 pillars of true success. You have to learn to laugh often and much, and not just laugh often, but much and genuine laughter. And then to win the respect of intelligent people, and to win the affection of children, to earn the appreciation of honest critics, to endure the betrayal of false friends, to appreciate beauty, to find the best in others, to leave the world a bit better, whether by a hired child, a garden patch, or a redeemed social condition. To know that one life has breathed easier because you live. This is success. One of the truest forms of being ourselves is laughter. If your laughter is regulated, you are not yourself. pure, exhilarating laughter is not taught nor regulated. So if you can do these 9 things, number 1, laugh often and much and genuinely. Number 2, win the respect of intelligent people. Number 3, win the affection of children. Children are so pure and know how to give affection to truly successful people. Number 4, earn the appreciation of honest critics. Number 5, endure the betrayal of false friends and don't complain about it. Number 6, to appreciate beauty even if it's not connected to you. Number 7, to find the best in others always and in all ways. Number 8, to leave the world a bit better, whether by a healthy patch, a garden patch, a redeemed social condition. Number 9, to just know that one life has breathed easier because you lived. These 9 things are success, and they are my greatest motivation for being myself and being successful. But in all this, if your heart is not in it, yourself is not in it, because that you in you is domiciled in your heart, and in your heart of hearts lies the truest of you. That's the most powerful weather on earth. So in all I've said, if your heart has not been in it, then I've wasted your time, and I'm sorry, because your heart in the matter is the heart of the matter. So your best self is also not at the bottom. Your best self is at the top. See you at the top. Thank you. There's something I see in this generation that I want to talk about in terms of self-discovery. We look for the weakest part of ourselves. We look for the easiest part of ourselves. Sometimes we look for an escape from ourselves. We are not afraid of ourselves because we are not wonderful. We are not afraid of ourselves because we are not powerful. We are rather afraid of ourselves that the true self we see inside of us is going to require a lot of hard work, a lot of character building, and a lot of excellence. And most of us are cowards that are cowering away from fulfilling our true self, because we see in us a hero. We see in us a strong person. We see in us a person that will take a lot of tenacity and strength to build, and we give up on that self, and we think that denying ourselves by living the easy life, partying, gossiping, surfing the internet, and wasting our time will ever make a possibility outside of ourselves possible. The only thing outside of yourself is emptiness. Even when you get all the money, even when you do the rituals like a Yahoo person and pick, check those that have done this with all the money, all the alcohol, all the flexing, without being true to yourself. There's a space in the human heart that only your true self can fulfill. That place will still be empty. Try as you may. So it's not about achieving success or failing. It's about living and actually being. If you've never been your true self by being your best self, you've never been on earth, and you came to earth, wasted space, wasted DNA, wasted resources, and left this world without ever being you, because you were either pretending to be somebody else, denying your true self, or complaining on how hard it is to become your true self and fulfill your potential. If it was hard, God will not send us here to experiment and see if we can do it. Life is not just a gift for us to come and waste. Life is a gift to test how much we can turn our potential against all odds into value. It is only when you become yourself that you have created the greatest value in the world. And some others use sanctimonious, holy, altruistic escapism to try and deny ourselves. We think if we give our love to one man that doesn't love us as a woman, we are being ourselves, because we have seen that we are not ourselves. We think if we give all our money to the poor, we can compensate for not being ourselves. We think that if we do some altruistic things, we can compensate for not being ourselves. Nothing on earth will be you if you are not you, and you are not you until you become the best you to the fullness of your abilities. And that best you is not only superlatively capable, that best you has a way of monetizing that capability and becoming superlatively wealthy. That you will not only be superlatively wealthy, that you has a way of creating wealth for others and touching other lives through your success. The world needs successful people that are true to themselves, that will inspire others to succeed. You are killing the world, and you are part of the greatest problem in the world when you are not you and you are not aspiring to be that successful you that will inspire all of us and pull the world upwards. Right now, as you are not you, you are pulling the world down and you are part of the problem. So, and you can't tell me you have discovered yourself without discovering that you have not subscribed to this channel. If you've not subscribed, then I have not helped you in discovering yourself. If I've helped you in discovering yourself, subscribe by hitting the subscribe button, turning on the notification bell, and if you know someone that this video can help to discover themselves, then share the video with them so that they can discover themselves and be as successful as you. If you want to see other videos that will help you on your journey of self-discovery after you discover yourself, to go from success to success and go from your best self to your bestest self, click on the link above and I'll see you on the other side.
It is super duper amazing that you found my content valuable enough for you to watch till the end. Only 5% of exceptional people do that. You're exceptional and I deeply love and appreciate you. Don't just watch to learn, watch to take action. And the first action is subscribe and hit the notification button so you don't miss any of our daily value action. Remember, only doers are winners.